Hello, everyone. My name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. We're going to be hopping back into Black Book. So last we left off, we helped out our changeling friend to come back to the material plane. And now she's going to show us where there's an Aspen demon that we can use to break the first seal, or second seal, on our book.
What a night. I'm glad that chort is finished, but I'm still scared. How many horrible chorts like that is there in our Huyest?
It's not the last of them, that's for sure. That's the very reason Khaldoons are needed, to help the regular folk and save them from evil spirits.
Oh, I need to catch my breath. I better go home and sleep. Trafim. Vasha, did we at least help the right village?
There's no doubt about it, Kolya.
Thank you, Vasilisa. If you need anything, you can always count on me. Don't doubt it.
Well, what do you want? Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on the sleeping bench. I'm sleepy. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
Wanted to learn more about you. What were you doing before Akulina?
Alright, I'll tell you. It's a long story, mind you. I've told you before, I used to be a Susetko. For quite some time I've lived there. The Transfiguration Church was built how long ago? Must be over 200 years. I am wise and old, you see. So you'd better heed my advices if you know what's good for you.
Never seen cats any wiser, that's true.
Good then.
Maybe you'll stop swooping your fur all over the Isba in 200 years, eh?
What? What about it? None of my concern. I have to look after the household anyway. You could have fixed the bench yourself, by the way. It creaks as hell.
Oh, I'll show you, you damn short.
Wait, Grandpa. You will do a better job, won't you, Proshka?
Sure, I better want to ride.
What with the church, then?
So about it. I've stayed as Susetka there from the time it...
You were Susetka over there in church? Or were you from...
In the church. I remember that well. But what was there before that building? Damn it. Can't quite remember. Let's talk a bit later. Maybe my memory will return.
Yeah, I think we've been over all of those already.
We'll talk later.
Oh, I must have gotten a new chort. Oh, bringing back herbs is nice. Do that one, I think. That seems very useful. Because that'll help us reduce the amount of sins we have to acquire.
Feels like it was all in a dream.
I felt this way also, when I first stepped into the ethereal world.
I feel as if I've been asleep for all my life.
So that's Matsuona. She was the changeling that we freed, for those who don't remember.
They say the changelings learn a lot from evil spirits.
That's true. The Binding's been teaching me. Urged me on with burning coals, so I would learn better. Well, now I know quite a bit.
Like a witch?
Well, maybe not like a witch. I'm nowhere close to you. I know a thing or two, though, about herbs, talismans, and so on. Maybe I'll help you sometime.
How does it feel to finally be in a human house?
It's exactly the way I imagined it. A different world entirely. There used to be undead, darkness, but here, there's life.
Were the other children with you?
There were. Not for long, though. The ones that you saw were made by the Abdiricha out of coals. But there were others. If a woman giving birth curses her child, or if somebody doesn't ask for permission to come in, the Abdiricha tried to lure them in. Always had some coals, shaped as toys or candy in her hands. So when the child came close, she grabbed it.
Where are those other children?
That's the thing. Not everyone lives through it. Some are strangled by chords, some perish from sadness. I had friends, you know.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Hello to you, witch! The talk of the West is that you're a powerful knower, so I came to you.
Got another short visiting.
I brought some bread. It's stale, but it's all I have. There's some Yertnik in our cemetery terrorizing the entire area. She died, you see, but hadn't passed on her shorts. You know how it goes.
Very well. I'll drop by when I'm near.
Guess that's everything for now. So we can choose our ally for a mission like this. We haven't traveled with Prushka yet. But I feel like Nikolay is better to bring along for this one. Though it would be nice to have some defense. And Yegor... Hey! He does curse. So defense or attack are the better options. You can only do it every every 3 turns though. I think I'm gonna bring Nikolay for now. We'll stop by the book merchant first.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, A dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Wisdom will enter your heart and be good for your soul.
I don't think any of those are worth it.
You hear the loud cries of an infant coming from the woods. Is this a demon's trick or an actual child? You can't tell from here. You see a defenseless infant lying between the branches of a split tree. There are some gifts for the Leshy nearby. It seems that the peasants left their child in hopes that he would be cured of a disease. As a rule, the baby is left for several days in a forest in the hope of a miracle. You know well that the Leshy won't bother to help the child get well. This infant won't survive the night out here on its own. You think about what to do next.
Bring him to the village, steal the gifts, or take the gifts and bring the child back. I mean, obviously we have to bring the child back. If we just bring him to the village, we'll probably get a sin deducted because we left the gifts.
You bring the child to the closest village. You get lucky and quickly find the child's parents. You explain to them the dangers of such treatment and tell them to come to you for advice and herbs. The parents look scared, and it seems that they've learned their lesson.
I do wonder what could happen if you just collect all of the sins that you can. Because it seems like that would also get you a lot of rubles and resources.
It seems the witch doctor expected your visit. She must have learned about it from her chorts. Her entire house is filled with fragrant, dried herbs. It seems this is the place to buy some useful ones.
You're not what we consider an average girl, are you? In that case, I'll show you some fine wares. Here, take a look.
Could use some more Adam's head, at least. Those are defense. I do need to get used to using these, though. Because I know I can use Adam's head to defend myself. And I know there's one... Oh, that's a lot. And I know there's one that does the defense, like this whitehead herb. But that's the prickfish herb, is the one we usually go for. Because it has more defense. The other ones, I don't think I use quite as often, even though they're pretty good. I'm not sure why we would use this, though. Unless there's... I think there might have been an item that would change poison to healing. I don't think I still have it, though. Or if, I'm not sure if I ever actually had it. We should get the Adam's head at least. And One of these could be useful. Yeah, we'll get one of those. And go.
You notice a familiar silhouette of the wooden church among the branches. You decide to come inside and rest a bit from the long road. When you come closer, you understand that this church has been long since abandoned. The windows are boarded up, and here and there you can see holes in the walls, as black as empty eye sockets.
Hey Savvy, welcome to the chat. I hope you're enjoying this one.
You can't overcome your curiosity and push on the mossy door. After a moment, your eyes adjust to the darkness. After a moment, your eyes adjust to the darkness.
Alright, have fun making food. Tell Conway I said hi.
The old building is filled with an eerie silence. It seems that this place still holds the mysterious power of the church services once held here. You look around and find a forgotten purse with golden rubles. You take it and continue your journey. You breathe in the chilly air. The night silence envelops you like a black blanket. You look around. The village houses are frozen still, waiting for the dawn. At the village edge, you notice the bent shadow of an abandoned izba.
Inspect the izba.
Inside, you notice a crooked doorway to a galbetz and an ink-black cellar behind it. You peek inside. The cellar has been buried beneath the earth and broken boards for a long time now.
Corrosion baths. Ooh, another song.
You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while.
An evening party for young folk.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Чулок не марает розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый, по синичкам ходит, а синички те зыблют розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый, по конюшне ходит, а усты выбирает розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый, усты выбирает, а комоня седлает розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый, комоня седлает, а на коня садится розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый, на коня садится, да конь он веселится розан, мой розан, виноград зеленый.
Well, that was an interesting one.
At night, the roads of Perm province are not the safest of places for the common folk. This time, it is not demons that block your path, but rather 3 highwaymen.
Yeah, we can fight them. I mean, what are they gonna do? The demons can't. Steal? I don't want him to steal my... That's my money. And now he's going to. What do I have that's done waste to myself, though? Like, I need to check what my items are again. Oh. Increases damage, but gives waste to myself. Yeah, that's not good. I think that'll be a better setup.
You enter an old moonlit cemetery. Wooden tombstones are half broken. They stand in the dark like a squad of silent soldiers, each one staring at you blindly. You remember that this is the cemetery where the old hag Manka was buried. She was a famous witch Ikotnik.
Examine the cemetery or leave the cemetery. Go with examine.
You search the silent cemetery and feel your skin crawl, a sign that evil spirits are nearby. One of the graves is dug up as if by a wild beast.
Examine the grave or leave the cemetery. We'll examine again.
You come closer. You almost fall over, but hold on to an old cross. Immediately, you realize that the old witch left her demons inside the crucifix.
And time to fight. Alright. And do a little bit of defense. And that one. There we go. That should take him down.
You finally reach the Changeling Bride's home village. Houses are scattered among grim firs. You feel the presence of evil spirits, and the book also seems to tremble with anticipation. You soon find the Izba, where the presence of evil spirits is strongest. As you approach, you hear the shrill cries of a baby coming from inside. The bride bites her lip and shifts from one foot to the other. You sigh. You'll need to make the first move.
Knock on the door.
Who goes there? My baby can't sleep. Who are you girls? What do you need?
Your child is a demon. See for yourself.
Well, that's a very gentle way to start that conversation.
The Abdericha's changeling lies in the cradle, looking exactly like a human baby. How can I make him show his true form?
Got break herb, throw over your shoulder, throw across the threshold, or read a prayer. I remember throwing across the threshold was a thing. Threw it over her left shoulder here. and the baby turned into a log. So throw over your shoulder.
You lift the baby and quickly toss it over your shoulder.
Christ Kingdom, what are you doing, you witch?
Take a look at who you're raising.
The crying baby turns into a piece of wood.
Step aside. Hide over the stove.
As soon as the mother and daughter climb above the stove, the log attacks you.
Don't need our defense yet. I am kind of low on health, though. Could use that. I think that'll do. And that will help as well with health. Oh dear. So these two are going to defend. That one's going to attack. And do I have another herb? It's good for this. Do Adam's head for now. Or no, I should have broken through the damage. Or through the defense. They're not defended yet, though, I don't think. Now that one has a defense. But that's gonna go away in his turn. September Legend, thank you for the follow. Hi Andrew, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's get a bit of defense up. And a little bit of health. I'm quite certain I did not do enough damage to take down anything with 61 health. So I'm guessing that means that neither of those were actually at 61 health. Put up George the Father first. And well, if he does the same thing again, won't be much use putting waste on him. So if I'm right, I should be able to do any amount of damage to 2 of them. And then the third one should still be standing. And indeed, there he is. Get rid of his defense. Throw up some damage. And we use this. Upgrade our defense. I think that should end it. Except naturally it didn't. Aspen tree. Well, it didn't go exactly how I thought that last round would, but we got it.
The bride tells her mother who she is. They hug. You can only guess how it feels to lose 18 years of your life. At the same time, the log turns into black smoke and sweeps into the black book. You feel dizzy. The world turns around you in a violent gale, disappearing in flames. Everything becomes dark.
Something tells me that wasn't the boss battle. Oh no, it's just our devil. Never mind.
Impressive. In only a week's time, the first seal is gone. All that's left is to open the seal. As I told you, you are very talented.
So what do I do now? Where do I find the next evil spirit?
You can't figure this out yourself? Others have spent years, decades even, just to break one seal. The next seal, as you know, is of water. I imagine it won't be difficult to find Evagenoi. Not in your neck of the woods.
Bojanoi, a male water spirit.
Who did it before me?
People of greatness who became greater when they reached the end of the Black Book. The Black Book makes wishes come true. It can be used in many ways. You should think about how you can use it.
What happened to that log? Why was it sucked into the book?
Surely you don't think you get your wishes for free. You must feed the fire. Some spirits just vanish, absorbed by the book. Others possess power enough to break the seal.
Why are the seals blocked with passes? Was the book written by the people of Perm?
Tribal signs of Komi-Permians and other Finno-Ugric peoples. Curious?
Nothing of the sort. The book changes, adapts. I think the book has been testing you. If you could not figure out the primitive symbols of the truths, you would be unworthy of it.
Who are you and why do you drag me into this hole? Why shouldn't I feed you to my book?
And lose such an invaluable helper.
Something tells me she couldn't if she tried.
All of your Zagavars. It is I who empower them. They would not be as strong without me in your service. You will learn the nature of such things in time.
Return to the living.
It's time for me to return to the light.
Is that all you wished to ask me? Very well. You may go. We will meet again when you break the water seal. I would, however, think carefully on the subject of our next chat if I were you. Me being such a priceless assistant.
And so humble, too. How to visit a Bojanoi.
Wake up, Vasya! Vasilisa!
Grandpa?
Well, have you come to your senses? How did you end up here? A minute ago, no one was here.
You tell old Yegor about your meeting with the Chort.
So the second seal is gone. Now it's time for a water one. Good job, Vasya. Good job. We might actually make it. Well, you rest a bit now, before your next task.
And Proshka finally has something to say.
Vasya, what's that? What in the name are you doing? You can't pat me.
Why not?
I'm not your cat. I'm a demon, alright?
But you're fluffy.
Can't bet you. Let me tame him with a good poker hit.
Wait, what poker? Are you mad, Gramps?
Maybe that will make you a better Susetko. I have to feed you for that out of my can heart? Yesterday, some bird flew in. I had to chase it off. Where were you then? Huh? Not a sign, you furry short.
Why, stop, come on, you'll hate me, damn it. Be careful, Igor. Alright, I get it. I will do a better job as a Susetka from now on.
That's better. Next time my hit will find its mark.
He's not the kind to spoil his children.
I know, right? What happened after you became a spirit?
Seems like I do remember. We Susetkas can see future quite well. The past we forget after a century or so. I was from Chut's tribe, I think.
You're one of the Chut? They say Chut are small and wide-eyed. And you're cats!
There are spirits like that, called Chut. People lived here, a tribe like Komi-Permians, a long time ago. So, I was one of them. There was my hut, at the same place where the church was built. Or a dugout it was. I remember exactly that I lived at the same spot. They must have buried me under the threshold, so I became a house spirit. And when Isba was gone and the church appeared, then I must have moved there. A lot of things happened. I will stir my memory a bit more about how I was Susetka in that Isba. Tell you later.
So you can take any shape?
I can. A wolf or a man, take your pick. Usually don't need it though.
I mean, he does look quite cute as a fluffy cat.
Ordinary people see us as shadows, nothing more. The rest they imagine themselves.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Task completed. Big chunks of ice break the windows of a local church. Great. And task failed. Weave a rope out of sand. I think that one will be alright. You've unlocked the Black Book seal. You can find new pages by choosing any unlocked seal section. At the start, you can only choose from several available pages. The rest you'll have to get by defeating evil spirits or completing tasks. So now we can get a gesture for defense. Style. The page's effect applies if all the pages in the Zagabor are of a matching color. Well, that just seems a little inconvenient, to be honest. Status doesn't vanish with battle progress, that's nice. Deals enemies damage when you lose health. That is actually very nice. Okay, yeah, I need to remove a key. It is nice to have the health around, so I won't move that one. The lock is not that great, so I'll do that. Realistically, I do want to keep more orders than keys, just because I can play more of them. So if I'm gonna put in another key, I feel like I should remove a key for it. I'm not sure I like the style one. Because I'm not sure if that just means that if all of them are white cards, that I'll get 6 extra defense, or if that means I need all of them to be white cards to be able to use Well Versed as well. I do quite like this one, so I'm going to leave it alone. But find a lower damage one so I can test out Kane. So we can take out an Arazi and test out a Kane just to see how that works. And I think I can take this one out to try Circle. Just see how those work.
Well met. Is this the house of old Igor?
That's right. What brings you here?
Here, I brought a gift for you. Salt. Hear me out, please. I'm from Ust-Barovsk. I have a salt factory there. I'm Pahom Nikolaevich, the manager. My business is quite serious. I need to speak to you eye to eye.
You need to speak to Vasilisa. She's the one in charge here now.
A knower girl? That's a dangerous job.
No such thing as a safe job. Everything is as God wills it.
It is as you say. God abandoned our salt works. One day there's some noise in the salt oven. Another, some shadows.
So what? I see nothing strange. These things happen all over the gubernia.
This is true. However, there was no brine at first. And the other day, some workers went missing. It's been several days. The police don't care. They say they'll be back. I've already organized my own guards. I myself saw a kind of shadow near the barns. It disappeared the moment I saw it. I was told you can help me deal with spirits, and so I came here.
Tell me, Pahom Nikolaevich, how people went missing?
A week ago we hit brine. It just started gushing out. So we started working it, day and night, filled all the salt boxes. I put Alexei from Gorodishevo on the night shift. He went missing. People said he went on a binge. The local doctor says he's an alcoholic. And then Pyotr went missing, also on the night shift.
Did you try to figure out who is kidnapping these people?
Yes. On the third day, I sent a couple of strong men, myself among them. All was quiet at first, and then, at night, some sort of shadow appeared. Trishka called out to it, but it started thrashing about. I still get chills thinking about it. I crossed myself, and the shadow ran to the barn, or to the oven, or to the salt box. I couldn't tell which. Come morning, I saddled the horses.
Tell me about your salt works.
It isn't close. A factory near Ust-Urolka. We do everything there. Extract the brine and load the permyanko onto the barges. Permyanka is what we call our salt. Accidents happen, can't avoid them. But we never had to deal with demons.
You said the salt started to disappear.
For half a year we had little to no salt. Disasters, one after the other. But we held on. Now we struck brine. Workers have gone missing.
I won't leave you hanging.
But if we help you, don't forget about our reward. Perhaps you have some ancient or consecrated item?
Don't worry about that. We won't forget. The main thing is that we find who is to blame.
Have you had any arguments with the Vodinoi?
How convenient.
With the Vodinoi, he doesn't give us any trouble in the factory. I'm a God-fearing man. We offered our Vodinoi vodka and baked treats.
All right, I'll take a look at your factory.
I organize transportation for you. They'll get you to the station. There, the manager will show you the way to the factory. Go as soon as you're ready. I'll go on ahead. Well, see you soon.
God himself sent him, Vasya. There you will break your seal. If only I had some Kupala salve, I could get there instantly. Oh, well, when Kupala comes, I'll get the required herbs. Get to it.
All the shorts are ready. Puzzles of silver. Brine extracted from wells with primitive brine pipes. Huh. It's kind of cool. Yeah, our only option is to bring Porshka this time. Never hurts to have a little more defense. We'll need to use him a little more carefully, though. Oh, we get to wander around now. Peter's Cross. Never hurts to go gathering some extra herbs.
A restless mischief of magpies is circling the telegraph post. The white collars of these birds flicker in the moonlight.
Kill a magpie or go back? Why would I go back? Why? Why is that an option? Snake herb. If you toss this at the feet of a Skamorok band, they'll start fighting and break each other's instruments. That's curious. I wonder how far this way it'll let me go. Hey. Didn't see this before.
Cherdyn, 100 verst. Solikamsk, 22 verst. Ustyrolka, 10 verst. This cart has seen better days. Fedka, go shoot some magpies on the street. I'm sick of their calling.
So I rolled up a cigarette. And then I tell him, you know, spicing it up with curses. Then he crowed and disappeared. Happened this year in the hunting season.
Was he also asking about your daughter?
Come on, Your Excellence. Every knowledgeable passerby thinks he has to pull my leg.
God bless.
God bless.
The nobleman glances at you, flushes red, and nods in a restrained manner.
There aren't any horses at the station.
Really? And what about your Sivka?
The Sisetko's been riding that one for 7 nights straight. She doesn't let anybody near. You have to wait for fresh post horses. They're due in the morning.
And listen to Samson's tall stories. My name is Alexander. My companion is none other than the station caretaker.
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Uzbarovsk factory.
You won't make it far without a carriage at this hour. We can play some cards while we wait. Where are you from?
From Vilgard. I have business at the factory. The horses could bring me only as far as this station.
The locals perhaps are afraid of riding in the direction of the factory.
Well, what do you expect? The factory is haunted, and now demons have snipped the telegraph lines. What a mess. At this rate, we'll be left without a Tsar.
Did the demons cut the lines or what?
Who else?
According to you, the demons are to blame for everything. Is winter also their doing?
You bet. Have you heard of Shulikons?
Seasonal spirits coming out on the land on Christmas or New Year's Eve, going back under the water through ice holes after baptizing day.
I know about them, and I know for a fact that the winter is not their doing. It's all in the celestial bodies.
Really?
So what happened to the telegraph?
Who knows? The monitor came, took the horses, told me he was going to fix them, took the stableman as well.
Samson says the spirits are to blame. He says all sorts of superstitious things.
Try living by the forest as long as I have. You'd see stranger things.
What have you heard about the factory?
It used to be a fine factory. Before the devil came, people started to disappear. There's always some witchery going on.
Was it before the recent disappearances?
I heard the same thing from the peasants. They say it's a bad place.
That's right. Everyone knows the mills are all haunted. Why would the factory be any different?
Just don't go in the water if you can't swim.
He told me about other cases.
Well, there's no lack of misfortune. Pahom sure had it tough. Then all these problems with the brine started.
Now they tell me more salt workers are disappearing. God is punishing them.
Or the devil.
What about you, Alexander? Where are you going?
I'm going to Logova village. I'm a doctor, studied in St. Petersburg. The doctor there has his hands full. A difficult case. We've been exchanging letters.
I know a little about folk medicine. What happened here?
A witch doctor. A noble trade, but not as effective as the scientific approach. Well, listen. The peasant girl developed a kind of emaciation. She can't sleep at night, hallucinates.
What do the people say?
The usual things. Curses, kolduns.
I know how to deal with that. Perhaps I could help you.
There's no curse there. I mean, are there even such things?
He says to a koldun.
There's a sick girl in Logova village. Come, I'll be waiting for you. I mean, I'll be in the village.
Will we get to Urolka with this horse?
Sure, if Sivka comes to its senses. Doesn't look like it, though.
I want to ask about something else.
You could probably play some cards. Oh, you have to bet on the cards. I'm gonna wander around a little bit first. Oh!
The persistent neighing of a horse can be heard from the stables. When you come closer, you see a black shadow shuffling around the animal.
Oh, a witch! Do your folk have a coven here or something?
Why do you torture the animal? A Sosietko is supposed to look after the horses, not torture them.
So you see me? What of it? This animal is the wrong color. It's not like that of the master.
The color is wrong. What color do you require?
Oh, I'd be happy even with a small, puny hearse, but it should be the same color of the master's beard.
That's a strange rule.
If I waste this one, he'll buy a new one.
I'm telling you as one Susietka to another. Do you see that girl's book?
Of course I do.
So if you're such a specialist in colors, take a look at its cover. All the Zagavars in there are for getting rid of Susietkas. Believe me, I know.
My, oh my.
The domovoi hisses like an angry cat. The spirit jumps off the horse and disappears into a dark corner of the stables.
One time when our cat is useful. Hello, pretty horse.
Oh, Vasilisa. So, how's the horse?
I managed to calm the animal down. I made arrangements with the Sosietko.
Well, what do you know? All right. I'll get you where you need.
Thank you for not sharing any more of these wonderful stories.
They aren't stories, that's what happened.
He doesn't quite have a beard. But the white horse is very close to his gray hair. At least it's not like a brown horse versus white hair. Or him having black hair and a white horse. I guess I don't see what the Sushietko was so upset about.
The caretaker points in the direction of Ust-Urolka, and the cart with Alexander in it departs to Logova village. As you plan your next moves, you're interrupted by a shadow that appears suddenly on the road.
Call out, hide, draw the circle, or attack. Well, circles are defensive, so...
You quickly draw a circle. The shadows come closer while you prepare the black book. Soon, a peasant stands before you with a heavy club in his hands.
Oh, that's... It's at least not a chort.
Who goes there?
I'm from Vilgard. I'm headed to the salt works.
Cross yourself first.
You make the sign of the cross over yourself.
Phew, I thought I'd run into a demon. That kind wouldn't be willing to bless itself. I was sent for a night watch from Ust-Barovsk village. Shorts are bothering folk at the factory. You're heading there?
Well, yes. I'm an ore from Cherdyn. I'd like to help.
A witch? I'd better get going.
What did you hear about the missing people?
Gone without a trace. At first, we thought they'd gone on a drinking binge. But no. They went missing during their night watch. I heard there was a thick fog on those nights. Looked like a river overflowing.
What have you heard about the missing salt?
I heard it went missing long ago. Must be some thieves.
Could it be Chorts?
Could be. Oh, kingdom of the Lord. I used to be a salt walker once. See? Ears are all eaten away. Better ears than the immortal soul, though.
Well, God bless you.
What did he mean by his ears? Huh. That's unfortunate.
The murmur of the Chornaya River can be heard amidst the darkness. You also hear several voices nearby. A prickly sensation on your back tells you they belong to the spirits.
Read a prayer, read a Zagavor, or go back. We'll read a prayer.
Having heard your voice and the holy words, the spirits disappear. The only thing you hear is a water splash.
Approach the bank.
On a stone by the water, you notice a wet comb. You leave the river behind and go back on the road to Ust-Barovsk.
There are a lot of places that you can detour towards, it seems.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Seek me out, girl, and I will grant you knowledge. I can help you gain a better grasp of your book and all the wisdom contained within.
I mean, that's a lot of damage, but why would I want to do damage to myself? That seems decent, but it looks like it would inflict sin, which doesn't seem ideal. They're definitely getting to be more complicated.
Sharp pine trees overhang the road like the legions of demons you've seen in many icons at the Church of the Trinity. You nearly jump. The forest darkness is torn apart by a flaming whirlwind hurtling over the trees.
Attack, run away, follow, or ask Proshka for help. Let's see what Proshka's got.
Proshka advises you to follow the demon. Could he be the one to blame for Logova's misfortunes?
And sure, let's follow.
You run after the fiery whirlwind. You think that you've lost it, but then see it above the trees again. The chase leads you to Logova village. The fiery omen circles the chimney of one of the houses, and then vanishes. You knock on the door of the Izba, next to which you saw a fiery image vanish. Alexander opens the doors. Inside, the doctor has already prepared the remedies. Among the bottles, you notice several old candles.
I didn't expect you to answer the invitation. But come in. Here is the sick girl.
On a bench under the icons lies an emaciated woman. Her eyes are open, but clearly do not see. She whispers abrupt phrases.
He'll come. He'll be back. He'll be back.
What are you talking about? What are you waiting for?
Vanya, he's back. I know it.
It seems that this woman is delirious after several sleepless nights.
This Vanya, is he presumed dead?
He's alive. Alive. I've seen him. He's well except for his missing spine.
Her husband was killed in action. The news came not so long ago, they say.
I saw a demon near the village.
That's the tales of Samson. They make you see things.
No, I think evil spirits has a hand in this.
Of course they did.
Don't believe me? I know for sure a demon's at fault. The demon comes to the girl in the image of her dead husband. It drains her of her life force and can lead to her death. What spirit is to blame for her sickness?
I don't think it's either of these. We did see a lot of fire. If I had to guess, I'd be going with Domovoy. Might have to use this. Some chorts take the image of a dead relative, often the husband, and come to the grieving. Such a chort flies in the sky as a fire sheaf, broom, or a spindle. Only on the ground it assumes the dead man's image. One can recognize this demon by the absence of his spine. It specifically calls out snake, so...
Looks like a fiery snake's doing. It all fits. The dead man, the visions, the lack of a spine. He must be close right now.
We didn't really have a lot of knowledge to work with on that, but...
Close? Yes, he's here. Soon my Vanya will come.
When did she fall ill?
The local doctor first wrote to me about her several months ago.
A long time. We won't cure her with words at this point. There's this type of chort. They take the form of the dead and visit the living. They can also look like their husbands. We need to ambush the chort that's been haunting her. If we get on the stove, he won't notice us. You'll see it with your eyes if you're close.
This is madness.
If we don't do this, the woman will soon follow her husband. No powders will make her better. Besides, they say that educated men like to put everything to the test.
Alexander reluctantly agrees and gets on top of the stove. You don't wait long. Sparks fly out of the mouth of the stove, and out crawls a pale chort with cow's hooves. For a moment, you think you hear Alexander whispering protective zagavers. However, you have no time to think. You need to decide what to do next.
Attack or talk? I mean, we can usually attack right after we talk.
Hey, you demon, come again yesterday.
All the streak in the book. Who's there on the stove?
Why do you torture this girl with the fiery snake? Get out while you still can.
You guessed it.
That's what I think.
That's enough. The stove won't stop me. I'll get you.
The chort turns into a sheaf of sparks. You jump off the stove and draw a circle.
Well, we can at least say we tried to talk. Okay. Something to remove negative status effects will be useful. That will be good. I'm at full health, so I should be good like that. And we will hold on to his ability for now. Bit more waste on him. Grab some defense. May as well. And may as well. That's 10 damage. I really don't want that. Ooh. Let's just get rid of that. Hi. do that, I think. Still gonna take a decent amount of damage, but it shouldn't be as significant. And of course he's gonna deal waste again. But we have more of these, which is good. And I'm gonna hold on to that one. Heal. And heal. Then we'll heal again and get rid of the waste. And this one. He has one heart left. Oh. No defense. Just in case. Burning herbs deals 7 damage to all enemies for each herb used. Ooh, but this one's actually pretty good though. Refresh your companion's ability and healing. That is good.
The chort breaks out with a brilliant flame and disappears into the stove. It won't return to this Izba, but it's better for you to prepare for your next encounter with it. You inspect the sick girl. She looks a bit less pale. Her strength is gradually returning to her. Alexander thanks you modestly and prepares to set off. The young man avoids looking at you. It seems his meeting with the demon had a profound effect on him. He reluctantly admits that he whispered some prayers while sitting on the stove. The telegraph wires stretch between the poles like the strings of a giant spindle. The wooden structures look alien, and the grim trees around them seem to glare at them reproachfully. By the road, you notice a couple arguing in a lively manner.
Oh, Lord, how do I even begin my journey there? My Lord, I'm scared. Did you hear what they were saying on the station?
I'll show you, scared.
Good evening.
I am apparently just a dark silhouette.
Let God arise and his foes vanish.
Oh, damn you. Who goes there?
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Ustyrolsk factory.
There I am.
Good lord. Why are you roaming around at night? We're up to our necks as it is. I'll get this Samson. He scared all the neighborhood.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Under the poles, the tracks are human, and then they turn into hoof tracks.
I mean, it could be a person that just got on their horse.
I'm not going there. You go if you need it.
Mind who you're talking to. I'm the monitor.
What were those tracks? Perhaps it was some animal.
No animal walks barefoot.
I'm pretty sure every animal walks barefoot.
When the chief told me about the telegraph, I went over there, and I find this thing. So I ran.
Come here tomorrow. I'm sure it won't be as haunted in the morning.
I can't. The supervisors will skin me alive. I've been told to find the source of the problem and fix it.
I'm not afraid of Chorts. I can go there and check.
Well, if my worker doesn't want to, I leave it to you. As a reward, you'll receive his daily wage.
Nice.
Fine by me. I wait here. Keep the money.
Hey, no amount of money is worth your life.
All right. I'll be back soon as I deal with the Chorts. The rod is an old one. It's dry. It hasn't rained for a long time.
Leave the microphone alone, you silly cat.
Here's the torn cable. Just like that man told me, bare feet turn to hooves. There's a candle stop over here.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you seem to discern the settlement lights.
See if we can find anything else.
This forest is a bit dark.
Whose voice was that? Kind of sounded like old Yegor, but he's not with us.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you see... Despite the late hour, the peasants aren't sleeping. Almost all of the residents of this small village have gathered on the street. The discussion quiets down once they notice your figure on the road.
Good evening. Where are you heading?
Good evening to you, good people. The telegraph manager sent me to inspect.
Oh, the demon stole it down. Did you see that?
Yes, I'd...
Well, if you saw it, off you go. It's dangerous here. The place is haunted. Who knows what else?
I saw the torn wire. I haven't seen any demons, though. There was some strange tracks near the pole.
Well, what do you expect from a demon?
Strange that they stayed there in this dry weather.
Well, it's a chort we're talking about. He leaves his tracks where he wants.
This isn't the doing of a demon, is it?
I also found a candle lamp by the road. As if this chort burned candles.
Must have fallen off wagon. These things happen.
Blame the peasants or walk away. It's definitely starting to look that way, isn't it?
Enough with this nonsense! Too many strange things near that pole. Not the sort of strange things that are done by chorts. It was you who broke the telegraph.
Oh, spare us, kind woman. I cut the wire, but not out of malice. Don't tell the monitor.
Why are you sabotaging government property?
Why else? Nothing good comes of it. The Wallace monitor doesn't tell us, but we know anyway. Here, Masha's cow died, and Vasily here also got sick. So what else could be the cause if not the poles? Everything was fine until they turned up. The demons, they fly around on this virus, so...
In his vexation, the peasant can only swing his hand. The mob mumbles approvingly.
The demons may be to blame, but not because of the telegraph, that's for sure. The monitor doesn't send demons. Khaldun's do.
You seem to be right. We won't damage the telegraph anymore.
All right, I won't tell on you. There's no sense in going to labor camps because of some wires.
Thank you, girl.
The mob hums with their approval. Someone brings a pot of fresh milk for you to take. Having noticed your approach, the monitor comes to meet you.
So, did you figure out what's wrong?
Yes, demons are at fault.
That's what I've been saying.
I know the right words, so I whispered a bit. They won't haunt the factory anymore.
Thank you. Here's the reward I promised.
Well, goodbye.
He does not get paid much, does he? He said that was his daily wage. I don't think I'd go to work and risk my... Don't think I'd go to work on a normal day for $5, let alone risk my life.
Just before dawn, the village is still, wrapped in icy dew. You're greeted by the whisper of a stream, a breath of damp wind, and the faint song of peasants who stayed up late. The quiet melody restores your powers.
Ooh, nice. But I don't get to listen to the song? Oh.
You pass the tranquil settlement and go to a crossroads. Looks like some chorts are hiding here.
I don't get to listen to the song, and I have to fight someone. Come on. Only doing 4 damage, which I can block for now. Bring those down though, so I can put that up. And do that on him. That on him and him, and then throw up some defense. Because he's down with the next waste. He's doing 3 damage. He is going to remove some status effects, but that doesn't hurt anything. And it's just you. With no defense, so have some death. I don't like the sacrifice effect. I think I'll grab this one. And that is everything. Oh, I leveled up. Let's see, what do I want? Can't get anything there yet. That could be pretty useful. Or I can do more keys or more orders. I think I could use more orders. We'll listen to that later.
You reach the factory office. They were expecting you, and you soon meet the manager.
Ah, Vasilisa, you're here? Good.
Yes, the Lord surely helped me to get here. He could at least have sent some horses to get me.
It's not that far away.
You really don't know what's been going on? In one village, I had to defeat a fiery snake. In another village, the peasants took up cutting the wires.
That's all bad news. If I knew beforehand, I would give the coachman some money for vodka. They also get scared in the dark. Well, I'm sure it will work out. The main thing right now is to figure out what's been going on here at the factory. What's most important is to go on making salt.
I've heard that even before the disappearances, there was something strange going on.
People talk.
Can you tell me more about it?
Let bygones be bygones. There was nothing of this sort. No hauntings. The brine went away, so they started talking. It was a long time ago. Nothing to do with the missing men. Besides, the brine is here again.
Did anything happen while you were gone?
Oh no, everything's fine, thank God. I feel quite uneasy here at the factory. I'm sure it's some kind of demon.
All right, time to get to work. I'll find this factory chort.
Oh, thank you, Vasilisa. I've arranged a room for you. Rest a bit, and get to work. The lads will show you the way.
I don't know if I trust him. Well, I guess that's the next day for us then. Unfortunately, that is also the end of our time for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Next time we'll try to get some work done on defeating this factory chort. But for now, I'm going to be done for today. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, if you would like to check out any of the previous episodes, they are all uploaded on my YouTube channel at Shadow25er. And if you would like to catch this live in the future, it will be on twitch.tv/Shadow25er. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you next time.